Prices are going up, but so are assets. So can you keep up and maybe find a small gap in between for you to profit to guarantee stability for you and your family? Let's talk about this. You clicked not just for the juicy title and thumbnail, but for practical yet not obvious knowledge on how to weather this economic storm. I get lots of comments from the Canadian real estate community, some positive, some not so positive. Well, I'm here to help you close the gap from Canadian to Canadian. So this video is not just about fearing the upcoming recession, me flexing on how I bought over 150 properties, which yes, I did that, or how to save $2 by skipping your lattes. You need to make high impact moves and not just cutting your expenses this little bit. That's not gonna cut it. Sorry, Dave Ramsey. So let's break down how you can truly get ahead in this new messed up world. Number one, you need to greatly increase your income. This stick of butter is now selling for $10 at Loblaws. Now, it used to be $5 in 2021, so that's a 100% increase in just 2 years. But salaries generally only increase 3% per year, and for the past couple years, you'd be lucky if you even got that. So the reality is you need to start making a lot more money in order to get ahead of inflation. And it's definitely getting harder for the middle class every single year. You may jump to the conclusion about, yeah, there's so many more evil corporate rich people. That's why. Not really, dude. I'm not some corporate rich greedy person. I'm just some middle class dude who started from nothing, and I'm doing pretty well because I understand certain things. And with the help of YouTube and technology and being able to learn so many skills so much easier now, here's how I broke out of the matrix and stopped the generational poverty of my family going forward. I learned a high level skill and became an absolute expert at it. Now, this is the secret to just life and making more money. For example, if you broke your foot, would you rather go to a general surgeon who will most likely do a good job and get you walking again? Or would you rather go to a specialist doctor who just does foot surgeries all day long because they're the best at it? Well, think about that for any area of your life. So whatever you're interested in or naturally good at, that's probably what you should specialize in and just be the friggin' best at it. Now, for me, I chose real estate investing because there have never been more millionaires made through real estate. Real estate investing is just foolproof. The more you own and the longer you can hold it, the more money you're gonna make, and it way outpaces the pace of inflation. So I actually started off as a carpenter right after high school, knowing I was gonna be a real estate investor. And I thought being a realtor was a great job and you can make a lot of money there, which you can. Being an investor is even way more than that. And the reality is real estate has been around for thousands of years. There have always been landlords in some form, and those who hold real estate and rent it out or flip it and hold it, they are the wealthiest by far with the least amount of work. Now, obviously, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these guys can make way more money than just like some random real estate investor doing what they do, but they're needles in a haystack. Anybody can buy real estate and just hold it and rent it out and give a good product to someone. Not everybody can start an Amazon. So yes, you can make more money in other certain jobs, but you gotta be like top of the crop, 1 in a billion. You're listening to a dude who barely passed high school, and I'm richer than almost everybody who went to fucking Harvard. So let's talk more about real estate and let's dive in of why it's a great idea and why you should also most likely specialize in this and dive in and get wealthy. The Canadian economy is only getting worse. Number one reason, millennials are rushing in like crazy. Millennials are not getting younger, and we've been a generation that's been told to wait your turn. It's not your time yet. Go to college, get good grades, get a good job. Don't buy a house just yet. Prices are probably gonna crash. Oh, the pandemic. Oh, you can't really buy real estate now because the road's gonna crash, dude. We're now 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Some of us approaching our 40s. Finally getting comfortable in our career, most likely. We're getting comfortable financially. And what happens around that time? We start having kids. What happens when you start having kids? You need a house. And historically, biologically, millennials are having kids a little later than most generations. So we're now 32, 33, 34, 35. Me, I'm 34 filming this video. And lots of people around this age are just starting to have kids now. The pressure of millennials is crazy. Okay, we gotta act now. No more fucking waiting. So you have the biggest generation in a long time, all around the same age. We will all want to buy a house now. So the demand is absolutely insane, which is why you're seeing Canadian real estate prices soar. So as savvy real estate investors, we want to use that information, use that trend to our advantage, buy some real estate and provide some rental housing because unfortunately, millennials are also one of the poorest generations with the lowest net worth. And as much as we want to buy a house, a lot of us cannot. So we must rent. So if we can provide a great quality rental for these amazing, lovely millennial families, we are gonna make a shit ton of money. And this is also why Canadian real estate prices aren't really gonna crash. Unfortunately, if you're watching this video hoping it was, it ain't. Our supply in Canada is just way too low. We don't have enough houses, nobody's building, and we have this giant generation that wants to buy and there's nothing to buy. So we're still fighting over properties, bidding wars left and right and center. Even at the peak of interest rates when I'm filming this video, there's bidding wars all around me, everywhere. We're selling our flips like crazy. So don't fear about some crazy crash because it ain't gonna happen. We already had the real estate correction in the past year with the fear of the interest rate hikes, but that's already felt, it's already in, and it's literally only up from here because the Bank of Canada has already said this is most likely it for the bank hikes, even though they just keep hinting, we're gonna raise, no, you're not. No, you're not. The Canadian economy is in so much friggin' pain. The Canadian government is in so much debt. The longer they keep these rates this high, it is hurting them more and more. The voters are getting more and more pissed by the deficit. The Liberal government is going,
dude, you gotta do something. You gotta do something because we're gonna lose.
And that's how politics works with real estate and the economy. They're running out of fucking time, and we all know it. All the professionals in the business know it. All the realtors telling their clients who are thinking about selling right now, they're going, no, don't sell your house just yet. Wait a little longer. Trust me, the Bank of Canada will start lowering rates, and when they do, real estate is gonna fucking rocket, and that's when you wanna sell your house. Nobody wants to sell, but everybody wants to buy. How could we ever have a real estate crash with those economic and supply and demand fundamentals? It is literally impossible. I don't give a fuck what you write on Reddit.
Prices have to crash. They have to. You're an
idiot. You don't understand economic fundamentals. The next thing is that immigration is heating up. Now, Canada and America have been built on immigration. It's a wonderful thing. Do not take what I'm saying in some negative, crazy way. Immigration is great for our country. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they come to this country with money and they buy houses. Remember, we have a low supply. There's not enough houses to go around for almost anybody. Lots of people are coming over to this great country, bringing their skills, bringing their money, buying all these houses. There's even less houses to buy for the millennials. And we're bringing people by the hundreds of thousands a year who are mostly buying houses. Don't be fooled. These people aren't coming over here poor and renting or getting government funding. The vast majority of immigrants are coming here with money. We don't understand that, but that's the facts. And they like to buy homes, specifically new build homes, and live in a multi-generational house. It's actually an incredibly smart financial decision, but that's for another video. Now, the next reason why the Canadian economy is so goddamn broken, but is also good for real estate, is that we need to start building more, yes, but we don't have enough land. But we do actually, if we can just move it to the green belt. The green belt. Matt, why did you cut the shit? Okay, we need to start building into the green belt. I know it's just this like arbitrary belt of green trees. But seriously, like who made this rule of like, we can't build houses into this strip of forest? Why, dude? Times change. The country is growing. Like 95% of Canada is trees. And the last time I checked from good sources, Canada is actually a carbon neutral country right now. Now, I don't want to get too crazy on this like climate stuff. It's not what this video is about, but that's a fact. We can spare this little amount of trees in this little area of the GTA to stop the crazy madness of the housing crisis. Wouldn't that be nice, government? But no, the government doesn't think about smart or what's actually gonna help people. It's more about what's gonna help them. So it could be some crazy conspiracy, if you like conspiracies, of like why we're not building to the greenbelt. Maybe it's to keep the fighting going on, keep the madness going on, and probably to keep people poor. Why? Poor people tend to vote liberal. Now, I don't want to turn this into some crazy political video. That's not what this is about. I just love spitting facts and getting down to the root of the problems. And the facts are, the lower middle class and poorer people tend to vote liberal. So if it was, let's put our tinfoil hat on for just 1 second. If it was some crazy conspiracy to not build into the greenbelt, to forcefully keep prices high, to forcefully keep people poor, would it lead to more liberal and NDP voters? I think it would. We're artificially making the real estate estate market absolutely friggin' insane because we just won't build into the green belt. And I think it's time that we blow the fuck out of it, build a shit ton more houses, expand the GTA cities, and let's get this real estate market a little more in check, a little more fair for the millennials and the Gen Zs coming up. Because the way I see it, dude, the Gen Zs, if you want to live in the GTA general area, you have no fucking chance of buying real estate in the next 10 years. No chance. Because you think real estate is going to go down? Houses are only going to keep appreciating and getting more insane because that's what real estate does. Let me ask you this. Is real estate cheaper now than it was in the 1960s? No. Is it cheaper now than it was in the 70s? No. The 80s? No. The 90s? No. The 2000s? No. The 10s? No. 2020? No. Real estate always gets more expensive over time. And that is because of our lovely friend inflation, but also supply and demand fundamentals. So buy real estate, specialize in it, understand how it works, protect yourself, protect your family with this amazing wealth asset, and let's go here. And I did that by buying over 150 properties in Canada. I made a ton of money, lots of wealth. I can retire 5 times over. Bless the Lord, obviously. I'm not even religious, but I said that. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Bless real estate gods. But the reality is you can't invest in real estate in Canada anymore, I think. I think Canada's over, just too expensive. The landlord-tenant rules, especially in Ontario, taxes are way too high, so I'm no longer investing in Canada. We only buy in the United States, specifically Florida and Texas. Better fundamentals, good job growth, GDP growth, population growth, has all those things. However, prices of real estate are way lower, closer in line with the salaries of those areas. Unlike Canada, where the salaries are here, but prices are way up here, it's totally out of whack. And I have tons of videos on my channel explaining why that is. We're specializing in Airbnbs in Florida. We're killing it there. And we're also doing long-term single-family properties. The exact same strategy I did in Canada for 12 years. We're now doing that in Texas. If you like what I'm saying and you want to invest in real estate, maybe with me and let me do all the work, we're always accepting partners. So there's tons of links in the bottom here explaining what we're doing in those areas, how the partnerships work, what you expect. So check those out or hit me up on Instagram. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That's why the Canadian economy is broken. If you want to know more about how we're investing in the US, like I said, check out the videos on my channel or hit me up and let's partner together. I'll see you in the next video.